Hey, it's Daddy Steve. Please like and subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Blood in, blood out. And don't forget to click on the notifications icon. I apologize. It is 1:55 in the morning in London. Um, anyway, the news is I've upgraded my helmet to iconic level 5. I wish I would have done the video, but literally I only did it an hour ago, maybe an hour and a half ago, something like that. And I should have done a video. I should have done the grand opening, but I'm so happy with it. So happy with it. Um, and I'm following maybe a controversial strategy which I mentioned before, where I load up one commander with the best of everything, even though this is not the best of everything. The best would come from the KVK. Anyway, I'm following that theory of trying to give this the best that I've got. This is the best that I've got. This is the best that I've got. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the helmet. I think I indulged on this one a little bit. What's this vengeful strike? Yeah, not. Listen, the fourth point on the left, damage to rallied arm is. Let's start at the. No, let's go for this now, yeah. Okay, so anyway, iconic one, base defense. Yeah, we'll take that, of course. Enemy attack ignored. You will take that as well, especially if it's I presume smite damage. That might have something which lowers that the calculation of the damage received. The unit capacity, obviously, we'll take that. And I've got it expertised. The cloak, so, an extra 150 on top. Never use Huan Yu or Guan Yu for a rally. So the iconic 4, completely insignificant. And the luxury, an iconic 5, the base attack, chance to get some counter attack damage. Listen, it's all useful. And it's only for 2 seconds, the boost. All useful, but definitely a luxury. And I think at the time is when they introduced this whole iconic thing, whenever it was. And I just had a lot of material, so I thought I would do it. Maybe I was just going into KVK and I thought I'd indulge, you know what I mean, just so I could get a few more kind of kills. So that was that. But technically, I could have left it at level 3 and then decided if I wanted to go to level 5. And I'm not sure that I would have done if I had my time again. But, going with a core strategy of loading, or, boosting my primary commander, still take it. This is the helmet again. Now at iconic 5. Base defense again. Extra 4 points because I've got expertise. Extra health, always good. Obviously in defense to keep the troops alive. Unit capacity, you'll always take that as well, you know what I mean, to give their side more damage, more attack stats, essentially. Damage to troops on the map, an extra 1.5%, again, because it's expertise. I'm assuming that's going to be active skill damage and normal attack damage. So, yeah, absolutely awesome. And I love this shattering strike. 10% chance to increase, I'm reading from the left, to increase the next skill damage or smite damage, absolutely crystal clear, that it deals by 6.5%. So yeah, basically I don't like percentage-based buffs, but anytime we launch a basic attack, I'm assuming that means counterattack as well. So every second, there's a 10% chance that when you do your active skill damage, it will be 6.5% more damaging. Which of course we're going to take, and that is awesomely powerful. So, that's happy days. Work my way down the spine to the trousers. Iconic 1, base health, we just talked about that. Enemy health ignored, makes them less kind of buffy, no matter who it is. And, some of these factions aren't really known for their health stats. So, you know what I mean? That's going to make it even worse for them. Obviously, we'll take it. Unit capacity we just talked about. Damage to troops on the map we just talked about. And Wily, not to be confused with anything else that's spelled W-I-L-Y. Whenever the Wilderness troop launches a basic attack, and there's a 10% chance to reduce the net skill damage it takes by up to 6.5%. Ooh. And it doesn't even say for 2 seconds. It's just however long it's going to be. I would assume, reading this myself, with the cooldown of 5 seconds. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome in terms of obviously tankiness, to contrast with the helmet. With the boots, I got it at, oh yeah, iconic 2. So we've got the health again, we've got the defense again. I'll definitely take the unit capacity. Then I'm going to cut off there. I'm not bothered about march speed. I've talked many times. Pointless having march speed or investing in that. It's not your priority. It's your last priority. For example, and I know there's prominent, mainly sponsored YouTubers who will take you in what I think is the wrong direction. But for example, you run to me with your march speed quickly. Now say I've optimized anything else. Attack, who's going to win? I've optimized defense, who's going to win? You know what I mean? All you got is speed. Or I've optimized health. Am I going to win, or is the march speed going to win? I rest on my case. So yeah, I'm going to go back to number 3. What do I need? 19. 19 more shards is what I need. Well, actually, no, I need 9. 9, and then I can wrap array, that array, up array. And I'll just, yeah, an extra 400 unit capacity. We'll take that. I am actually thinking about, well, it did cross my mind about my kind of sticking with this whole Eternal Empire set, and whether that is actually something I should do if I was starting off again, because there is a gem investment that needs to be done, and to be honest, to get those helmet shards, I had to spend gems. It's probably about 30,000 gems to get enough. I already had some shards or some fragments, whatever you want to call it, basically, in order to get the helmet. But I invested the rest just to kind of tip it over the edge. Yeah, probably about, no. Yeah, about 20,000 gems. And actually, now I've mentioned it, I'm going to quickly mention this. Basically, I was going to say about whether you should just stick to the KVK freebies. I probably would go along with that, because they're just better at the end of the day. See if we can find out where it is. I actually did one of those preset layouts, and it is rather nice. But now I don't know where anything is. I just want to show you quickly is it this one? Nope. I apologize. Play some kind of elevator music while we wait. Oh, here we go. Blacksmith. Definitely this. The other thing I was going to say was, yeah, I know I've got the helmet, but technically the better thing for me to have got, and I've talked about this before, would have been this from KVK, the Helm of the Conqueror. A lot more equipment required, but the stats would just be immense, and definitely worth it, and I wouldn't have to spend any gems or kind of plan for it. The other thing I just quickly want to mention is, I would suggest that for about 3 or 4 of these Hunt for Histories, you just save them up. If you're free to play, just save them up. If you look to the right, it's got 16 hammers. I ain't going to use any more. It's going to save those up until I can get to gold and just farm, whether it's going to be the boots again or something else. That's what I would recommend, if you insist on doing that. The cloak I got from, and the trousers I got, and I've done this in other videos, I got it from, where is it? I think it's here. Trading Post. Yeah, this one, yeah. So I've already done it. I've already spent the $4.99, and yeah, when I get to the end of this, I will get those blueprints. And this is what I'm talking about. Would I rather have that Eternal set? Admittedly, I'll get an extra 3% defense. So yeah, probably yes. But maybe I could go with a, what's it going to show me? Now, Shio's Return, I think it's what it is, and Mountain Crushers. Now, Shio's Return, I think is what it is. Now I've got to find this blacksmith again. There it is. Very important based on what I'm talking about right now. So, you know, What is it? Mountain crushers, well, those are cavalry and archers. Shields return, so maybe I could have that at 8%. So it's got an extra 0.5% stat in terms of defense between Shields and sturdy. Much easier to get the blueprints for the Shio is what I'm really talking about, with no gem outlay. But at the end of the day, you get 2 of these Eternal Empire pieces and you can get an extra 3% defense. Is it worth it? I don't think so, actually. I don't think so. I think Shio would be better, long story short. Anyway, I've got it. So anyway, the vembraces. Where would I go with this? What have I got with this? Base attack. I've talked about that a little bit earlier. Infantry attack. Similar or the same, I would have thought. Unless it's, yeah, similar or the same. Maybe base attack means normal damage. But actually, normal damage. What I'm thinking is what counts towards smite. I think they both do. I'm pretty sure they both do. They do. Anyway, so the next step, and the thing I'll be using those Hunt for History shards for, will not be the boots, even though I'm quite close, but as soon as I've got it, maybe, or would it be the boots? I'll make up my mind. I'm actually much further away in terms of getting these gloves. So that's that. Anyway, unit capacity, extra 400 will be great. To get it to level 4 iconic, unit capacity by an extra, well, what will be for me an extra 1% because I got it expertised. That'll be nice. And in terms of seeing red, whenever the builder's troop takes damage, it is a 10% chance to gain march speed. You can guess I'm never going to go to level 5. So at most we go to level 4. That's the vembraces. So this has got infantry defense 7.5, but again, is it courier station? Yeah, courier station. We could get, can you believe I can't see? There it is. Gloves wise, I'm pretty sure we can get, yeah, I'm certain it's sacred grips. So that's 8% defense. And this is what I've got. So it's exactly the same. So for sacred grips, I get an extra 0.5% of defense. But having said that, though, if I get 2 of these Eternal Empires, overall I would have 3% bonus for having 2 pieces, as I said. Is it worth it? Probably not. Probably not. But obviously you need to be a light spender and spend on the courier station in order to get the sacred grips. I've only got 4. I thought I'd have a lot more, but I don't. Anyway, that's that. And then I wouldn't have to worry about waiting to get more of these. See, I can't, with the direction going in the, with things going in the direction of smite, I don't want to give, say a Luce or William Wallace. I'm never going to have William Wallace, but just for example, I'm not going to give a smite damage commander increased defense necessarily. It is a consideration, but you know what I mean? So if I give, I'm not going to invest heavily in defense for them. I will give them defense because they need it in order to have some kind of resilience and stay on the field, more so than just being pure glass. But yeah, I'm basically, long story short, I'm trying to give them attack. So we're spending all the gems to get this particular piece. No. I'd much rather, if I had to give them a defensive glove, it would be the other one, the one I just talked about and somehow forgotten. There you go. So that's that. Finishing off with this, I've never ever expertised the weapon. In terms of blueprints, I've only got the 1. Look how many blueprints I need. Sorry, look how many of this. Or iron ore. I always think stone. It looks like stone to me. It doesn't even look like iron. But I'm a little bit colorblind. 55 more legendary. We've got KVK in just over a week. I'll get lots of legendary. I'll be specifically using my credits to get more kind of legendary material, so I won't get it, obviously. I'm not going to get 55. But I am VIP 17, and that's the reason why. So I do get one legendary a week just through the free stuff every day. And as I say, I want to get some more from KVK. When it comes through to... I will come back to it, but it's important to say this. Yeah, the courier station, when you can buy materials, the only thing I won't buy is bone. That helps, obviously, every day to kind of get materials, basically, so you can build quite easily. Because, you know, I will forget. Big forgetful. Anyway, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get that piece of equipment upgraded. And to contrast this with the gloves, obviously this is out and out attack. This is built and born for smite damage commanders. And you might be wondering why I don't have it on my smite damage commanders, and that's because of that core principle that if I have to send only one commander into battle, for me it's Huan Yu, and I still think Huan Yu is the best commander in the game because of the silence. And everybody's entitled to their point of view. For me it's Huan Yu, so that's why he gets the hammer. If they bring out some amazing smite damage commander, I'll be even more torn. And I am a little bit torn with smite damage commanders, but anyways, here for now. What am I likely to do first? Am I likely to go to Iconic 4, which is going to cost, hold on, 65, 75 legendary material. I love doing this. I don't know, I just find it therapeutic just to kind of pretend I've got lots. Well, anyway, that worked out nice. Yeah, so that's 75. But if I try to get expertise on it, which is obviously potentially going to take me 4 blueprints to get there, and it's obviously bad math, really. It's not the same one, is it? No, that's not, can't be the one. Yeah, to refine, sorry. That's going to cost me 45. But much, much, much less likely. So yeah, very much more likely to get that to Iconic, which will be guaranteed. I'll do that at Iconic 5, and which is going to be a fortune. Let me just double check I want to get to Iconic 5. So at level 4, damage to troops on the map an extra 3%. And Iconic 5, whenever the builder's troop launches a basic attack, 10% chance to gain a 6.5% damage boost for the 2 seconds. I still prefer the helmet. I prefer the helmet one, but because that guarantees that it's going to increase your skill damage by 6.5%, whereas this is just may well just fall on normal damage and may well not overlap with that active skill damage. But having said that, though, in KVK, when you've got huge armies, you're probably going to do more normal damage than you will from active skill. So it's not rubbish, but it definitely will be quite expensive. Even though every second you've got that 6.5% chance, you've got that 10% chance to get 6.5% more damage, and that's if it's not expertise, and if it is, you get even more. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably go to level 4 first, and then I'll probably start wondering again, as I said, whether I want to go to Iconic 5 first or just try and expertise it. Probably should go to Iconic 5, but again, the amount of materials is probably going to be mind-blowing. Right, just to finish off this video, I'm just going to touch on the accessories. I've got an Iconic 3 at the moment. Iconic 4 will be incredibly wasteful. And Divine Might, I love this one. How many do I need to get it to 4? Iconic 70. 70 legendary. Just to get it to a pointless level, because, as I said, Huan Yu doesn't do rallies anymore. And divine might. Yeah, 10% chance to gain one of the following effects for 2 seconds. Well, up to 6.5% more normal damage, and takes 6.5% less normal damage of all types, or he deals 6.5% more skill damage. Doesn't say smite for some reason. Should do. Well, when I say should do, what I mean is that they should build it. You know, the developers basically should build it to be skill and smite damage, but they have not, which is a shame. And so we deal more skill damage, we take less skill damage of all types. When I say all types, yeah, no, fair enough. The builder cannot gain both effects at the same time from a single piece of equipment. Okay. Yeah, so you can't have 1 and 2. You can't have the normal damage and the skill damage. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so priorities for me, weapon, are going to build up my hunt for history shards or fragments and get the glove. Be very nice to get that extra unit capacity. You know what? I'm not that far from this, am I? I'm so close. In hunt for history, when you get the gold level, you get 8 shards. 8. If on the other events, the golden kingdom events and things like that, if they give me a few boot shards, and all I've got to do is on hunt for history just get the 8 shards so I can expertise this, I'll probably be tempted to do it. You know what I mean? It's nearly 99% chance that's what's going to happen. So it's more likely I'll get this boot done just because of the stage that I'm at. Then Iconic 4. Then I'll hopefully be building shards for the gloves, but I must say I'm a long way off, and that's the only reason why I'm not focusing on that. It's very interesting at Iconic 4 and Iconic 3, or 3 and 4. Yeah, and I want to expertise this hammer as well. Obviously, it'll be huge to have an extra 30% on all these stats. All of the stats, including the attack and the health. Yeah. Huge. Huge. But I'm very happy with that. Obviously, it's probably it's not going to be best in game, but obviously got 3 5s in there. So it's going to be amongst the best in game, this one here. Very happy. Look forward to seeing people on the battlefield. Listen, let me know your feedback. As I say, listen, the other theory, I can't remember if I mentioned at the time, is to spread your materials to expertise, 5 armies, the primary commander for 5 armies. And I definitely get that. So, most of these are at level 1. The only reason this is at level 2, the shield, is because it was previously on Huan Yu. And I did actually give Luce the hammer. Yeah, working with some purple equipment on my primary cav. I've only expertise Joan, I think it was last month. Maximum the month before, I think it was last month. Actually, yeah, I think it was last month. So there's a long way to go. Just having legendary of any sort is a big deal because you get the legendary one. You got better stats and you get legendary one. So yeah, maybe I should or could do that for this. Probably should. Brackets won't. Because I don't have the blueprints. I'm putting it all into Huan Yu, and that's why it's controversial. But just being upfront. So for Zhuge Liang, very similar story. This piece here may seem a little bit controversial, but I like Archer Health. I remember at the time I looked at all the options, given what I had and given what I had in terms of blueprints and materials. But of course, there's better things out there than 3.5% archer health. But at the time, this is all I could do. But I will look into try and upgrade that when I can. But anyway, I'm just happy that it's got these core pieces, the Ring of Doom and the Horn of Friore. At the moment, I'm on Sunset Canyon mainly, so this is my 5th army. I do regret having the Kerouac's War drums, quite helpful in the canyon, but not beyond that. But when I go into actual PvP battles, I'll take that off my Trajan and put it on somebody else. I don't really have a 5th commander, so my make-do commander is with this glass cannon that I do not recommend. Do not recommend how going, but I do see him a lot. It's a glass cannon. Does a lot of damage, but it's like having a gun made of glass. And you can see from his equipment, there's a long way to go for him in terms of what I can invest, but it's like just bare bones. And that, again, that's why it's controversial. I'm putting so much into my Huan Yu. But you got to remember as well, when I was starting off, I was free to play. You know what I mean? I could only rock with that's unintentional, by the way. I could only rock with like one army or a couple of armies because I didn't have a farm at the time, and like everybody else, I had to put all my resources into building my castle and my tech and all that, and I never had enough. I needed to have a farm, aka a second city in the same kingdom, which is purpose built to go out there and farm and give your primary kingdom those resources. That's what that is. So yeah, that's what led me to this point where I still prioritize just the one army, really, even though I rock with 5. That's it, really. End of video. Please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm out.